The 2010 Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare, made it easier for coal miners and their widows to get benefits from coal companies. It also made life easier for Washington and Lee University School of Law's Black Lung Legal Clinic.
And then the coal company has to completely rule out coal mine dust as a contributing factor. So even if they say, smoking was 99% the cause and coal mine dust was 1%, the change in the law says that's enough to get the benefits. And it's really hard to rule out coal mine dust. You either have to prove that they have to prove they had zero coal dust in their lungs, or that they had no lung disease whatsoever. And that's a pretty high burden to meet. So that shifts the burden back onto the coal company and makes it a lot easier to win claims, especially when it's a widow's claim.
The Black Lung Benefits Act, passed in 1969, gave miners the ability to sue coal companies if they developed lung disease. But miners still had to prove their job was the cause of their disability. Obamacare's provisions assumed that coal dust is a factor if a miner is totally disabled, and if a miner was receiving benefits, those will automatically pass to his widow when he dies. If the Supreme Court strikes down Obamacare in June, miners may be in a tough position.
Yeah, they'll all stop getting paid.
Wow.
And the government can go after them for the benefits they've already received. So let's say they've been receiving benefits for 2 or 3 years, and ends up being, $35,000. The government can then come back and say, okay, give me the $35,000 back.
As McDonald and his students await the court's ruling, they'll continue to work for their clients. Behind this nondescript door, 8 to 12 students a year represent former coal miners and their widows who have nowhere else to turn. For the students, it's a solid learning opportunity.
But we should never forget, when all is said and done, for our clients, it matters whether we won or whether we lost. They may say, hey, that's a wonderful, great learning experience. I'm so glad you learned something, but I still don't have enough money to live.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Finley Merritt.